Epa! Can you tell where I come from? Puerto Rico, yes! I'm so proud of my culture. I'm so proud of my Hispanic heritage. Do you know that a culture is defined as a way of life of a group of people, including what? Including belief, behaviors, language, morals, arts, knowledge, values, traditions, manifestations of human intellectual achievements, cuisine, music, ideas, philosophies, and a diverse aspect of social life that are passed on from generation to generation, consists of interactive people living in the same territory, trying to find a way and showing how they experience the world around. Do you know how many cultures we have in our world? The cultures are the essence of human civilization. In our world with 7 continents and 197 countries, we have over 1,000 cultures and even subcultures. Everyone is special. Each is rich in its own. And in one way or another, we influence each other. When I get a chance to visit different countries, I actually like, other than the food, to know the sayings or the quotes or the popular sayings of the countries. And I wanted to share with you few of my favorites. One Chinese proverb said, "We can find no wealth above a healthy body and a happy heart." And from a Japanese proverb, the Ikigai concept means your reason for being, your life purpose, is what brings joy to your heart and inspire you to live. From Africa proverbs, it takes a village to raise a child. Healthy environment for the children to develop and flourish. In Puerto Rico, we have a lot, but I wanted to share 2 with you. One say, "You are master over what you hush, and a slave to what you speak." And another one that I like, "If you want to leave a legacy of a good life, you have to write a book, have a child, and plant a tree." And I did it. Have you ever, thank you, have you ever have a cultural encounter? We all should be proud of our own cultures. It's really interesting and excited when we learn from another cultures. And it's fun too. When you learn, it's an adventure that enriches your life, and it's a way to grow, having compassion and empathy for others. And one of my first encounters, I was like around 12 years old, and we have in our home 5 missionaries for Central and South America. We all spoke Spanish, but the words that we use for different things and the popular expressions were completely different. And we spent hours just laughing and learning from each other. Another one that I love was when my son was around 7 years old, and we, for the first time, traveled to Chicago for La Leche League convention. And I love that in my table was women from all over the world. And we understood and shared each other. And I have such an impactful moment because I realized we have more in common than differences. And then I noticed this Chinese woman. She was breastfeeding two kids at the same time, and she was carrying them, one in the front, one in the back, and she was going so fast up and downstairs, and we entered to the room to the health conference. It's the first time that I go to the health conference that half of the audience were babies and kids. But you know what? Was really peaceful at the quiet conference that I ever been. And suddenly, my son screamed, "Quiero teta!" which means I want to breastfeed. I actually breastfeed him 2.5 years. But I cherish this moment. And moms really rocked. Another one that I wanted to share is in 2000, we traveled for the first time to Disneyland. And in Orlando, the weather is extremely hot, especially in the summer. And I believe that day was over 100 degrees. And we saw this family from Iran. And I was completely in shock when I saw this woman, this mother, this wife, while all of her family were dressing appropriately for the weather, she was wearing a black polyester long dress with long sleeves, black gloves, black boots, black veil, black head scarf. You can only barely see her eyes. And I was thinking to myself, oh my goodness, she's gonna faint in any moment. There's gonna be cultures that you don't agree with. All I can say is I feel for that woman, but you know what? Woman rock. I wanted to talk to you about talking about culture, about one that I like, and is called the kingdom culture. In Romans 12:2 said, "Be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." And in this craziness that is going on around the world right now, those words are really relevant. And you know, there is a pattern in this word that is a good idea not to be associated with or to stay away from. There's no need for cultures wars, but it's important that you remain true to your values. If you don't stand for what you believe in, you're gonna fall for anything. And I wanted to share something that I recently experienced that really touched my heart. I noticed this woman that always liked my posts and my stories in social media. So I decided to write her something. And I said, "Thank you for liking my post." And I asked, "Where do you live?" And she answered, "Iran," with a crying emoji. And I immediately respond, "I send you blessings. I hope that you continue to be brave. We see you." And then she responds, "I don't know why I am alive. There is no motivation anymore." And I was thinking, oh my goodness. And then I sent a picture with the quote that said, "God hears your tears when you can't even speak." And I wrote, "I know that we probably don't believe the same, but I want you to know that you are valuable to God. There is no coincidence that we are communicating now. And from the other side of the world, I wanted to send you blessings and love. Rise up, you matter." And that is a message for you too. Then that really touched my heart, and seems like she didn't expect anybody to care. So then she said, "Thank you for your kindness." I was thinking, oh my goodness, wow, I make a difference. That made my day. And then made me think, and I wanted to ask you, what is your influence? How can you impact someone's life in a positive way? Are we building our lives and our identities based on temporary trends or in things that last and fulfill our hearts? I wanted to send to all the women love and blessings, especially to those that are having a hard time. Although we cannot change the culture that we grew up in, we can choose the culture that we want to be part of. Choose wisely. Thank you.